Well, hey, howdy. Cops will be here any minute from what I'm told. Took them a while. What time? I get swatted at 9:15, so only about 2 hours, a little over two 2 hours for them to get here. They're gonna be here any minute. I can't, I can't believe how unbelievably, yeah, there's flies all over the place here. Um, I can't believe how delusional these people are about so many things. I'll read it. I'll read this stuff. This is just like these people actually believe this stuff. Um, my family's very long lived, and I'm in really good physical condition, regardless of what you think about my cough, which is chronic, lifelong. I've always had it. Hardly a day's gone by when I didn't have to hock up a loogie and blow my nose. Yeah, it's a little worse now because I smoke a lot, but I got good lungs. Come at me, and I'll prove it to you anytime. You fucking chicken shit motherfuckers. Oh, classic chimp out. You're lucky I didn't have my hands on your throat. I'm gonna start working out a little bit. People have asked for that. I need to exercise. Someone told me that they're up to like 50 or 150 squats a day, and her butt's looking real good. She's real pleased about that. Um, but anyway, we're just waiting on the door to be knocked on by a cop. Let's get some water. Put up that rat's nest I was wearing on my head this evening. So, trolls, I really shouldn't feed you, but I'm gonna root you guys out. That Kiwi Farms is gonna get shut down, and so is another message board. That will happen eventually. And if I have to file in pro se, I'll do that. Ooh, don't be falling over. Maybe I'll just play that a little bit until the cop gets here. Well, hello, John. How are you tonight? I couldn't find that discussion server at Discord. I tried to post something when I was streaming. Not many everyone's here yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay on very long either. There's a cop heading here, and I'll probably go to sleep after he leaves. Yeah, I got swatted tonight. Fucking idiots. Good thing they just called a house fire. They didn't call for a hostage incident. The assholes. 3 fucking pumpers, a ladder truck, ambulance, and command vehicle. I had a really good day today too. Well, I had a shitty day actually. I wasn't feeling well, and I had to push myself all day. Okay, I had to push myself to go out at lunch. I wasn't making jack shit, and Fortunately, a friend of mine showed up with the dollar I needed to get some rolling papers. So then I just like laid low until it was time for the Tucson board, the TUSD, is having public hearings about LGBT inclusive family life curriculum that's being like strongly contested. So I spoke last week at that, and I was going to speak again, but the first person to get up, it was just like, wow, look what just happened. Lady gets up and she said, here, let me read it to you so I get it right. She said she wanted to make it, real clear to the board that their children's gender identity and sexuality were not up for debate. The validity. Let me get it straight for you. The validity and existence of the gender identity and sexuality of our children is not up for debate. And then 3/4 of the room walked out with her. And we all rallied outside. My video of that's uploading now. It was amazing. I'm just overwhelmed at the love that's coming at me, the love and respect for having survived this long and for having bigger and what they call spoons to be able to stand up and speak for this. The appreciation of the kids, when I quit, when I was talking about how the average life expectancy of transgender people is only 35 years old, and I said I'm going to have my 65th birthday in November, and they all started cheering. And then when I was talking about the advances that we've made since Obama, what happened under the Obama administration brought lots of queer people out of hiding, lots and lots, because it was suddenly safe. And I said, we can't go back. And they started chanting, we won't go back, when I was finished talking. Nobody's ever responded, gotten plenty of, I got standing ovations for my performances when I was young. But never like that. Never before. Oh, it's just so amazing. The whole scene was so amazing. All these, couple of hundred people at least gathered in a circle, talking to each other about it and listening. Oh boy, it was super. I met the director of pediatric transgender care at El Rio. He gave me a ride home. Real nice guy, gay guy, married gay guy with a 15-year-old kid. I didn't ask how they got the kid because that was none of my business. But there's families that are made up of queer parents and straight kids or trans kids and straight parents, they were just all there, all different kind of people. And it was just amazing. And I didn't hear what went down after we left, except for a minute. Oh, okay, well, that's that. Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's been, please, not in my face. I'm Tommy. Do you know what happened tonight? Yeah, it was like a background. Yeah, it was a prank call. They called the fire department and said there was, well, that's what we're here for, to take that report. So you don't know who runs? Well, the actual individual they called, we don't know. I've been reporting on this for several years, actually. Oh, please relax. Chill. You've got your hands on both your weapons. Oh, what's that? Oh. Well, it's like this, man. You got somebody else with you? Just me. Okay, I can't. If you're going to stand like that, I'm much too sensitive. Thanks. especially after I've been like pranked that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm an officer, so.
Yeah, I know, and you're real young, and I'm 65, and I've been the only one in
I've been
between.
doing this job for quite some time.
Well,
My age doesn't really matter.
Well, I've been the only person in between angry knobs and nervous cops. And that kind of person.
And so, I mean, you want
This
to
is,
go report.
I'm being terrorized.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
good.
report.
Dig. Let me get my phone, because do you have a camera on you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get my phone. Okay, let me see if there's other reports to reference it to at this address and last month. Things going on, but basically, I'm a targeted individual, 60 survivor. I've been under surveillance since the early 1970s for my politics. Johnny, I.E., Jane, J-Y-N-E. What's that? Wasser, Bird, W-A-S-S-E-R-B-E-R-G. This is 11/3/54. My 65th birthday party is going to be in San Diego.
So what's going on? So just go ahead and explain to me.
I'm going real simply. A message board called anothermessageboard.com is like corporate trolls. They're and Defense Department contract funny guys. These guys have been harassing me and hounding me and defaming me and shit all over the web for 10 years.
What's their board message?
It's called anothermessageboard.com. There's names I've given before. I won't trouble you with them now. They're in the records. So, I've given you the owners' names and some of the members and stuff in the past. The other board is called KiwiFarms.net. They were pretty much put on me. They were sicked on me. It's all right guys. So all bunch of perverts. They feed on transparency.
Hold on. So let's just go ahead and.
Well, what's going on is we're streaming right now. There's we're live streaming on that machine. The camera's looking at us. Camera's looking right at the door. I can hear everything we're saying. There weren't many people there when we came. There was only one person I was talking with. And I do that regularly. I'm an artist. You might see me downtown play saxophone. Well, that's what I do. I'm an artist. I'm an artist activist. And I have that image. And tonight, in the stream, they pranked me. Called 911 and said the house was on fire. Now, this has been ongoing in my text. I cut them off finally from, see that? Some of those are legit, but there's several of them in there where they're threatening. Cut them off from being able to call from a blocked number. And on both those sites, they were monitoring the whole thing and discussing it while it was happening. And I have the proof of that. If you'd like that down, please. Yeah, see, it's been going on for quite some time.
So how do they get your number?
I'm public knowledge. I'm see the rocks. I'm trying to see the stones and music from there. I'm not playing games on the internet. I'm an artist activist. I'm trying to sell my thing away, and I'm working with people. All kinds of support groups with transgender kids and adults that are trying to learn how to cope with their transgender.
So you pretty much, your number is public right now.
Yeah, I'm totally public. So changing the number is just going to hurt my business. I mean, it's impacting my business because I you see, I can't even. You know what a two-spirit is?
No, sir.
I'm not a man, please.
I'm sorry?
I'm not a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I'm actually sort of both. That's what a two-spirit is.
Okay.
But I can do one or the other, but not both at the same time. Okay? So My housework's gotten kind of.
Just ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, we've got my life just, they're trying to drive me to suicide. Or drive me so crazy that I call the cops, and the cops drag me in for an involuntary commitment. That's what
So
that's
your number, you think that's where they get your phone number from?
I've got, it's on my webpage.
What's your webpage?
Well, it's Facebook, and I have a business page on there too. Real Things, Artisans Cooperative, 50 days.
What's your Facebook name?
Facebook, I have two of them. One's Tommy Jane, and the other is TJ, TEEJAY. And business page,
TJ?
Yeah, my initials spelled out. TEEJAY. There's one of them, Wasserberg, of course, and the other is Tommy Jane, spelled out. And the business page, Real Things, is on the Tommy Jane account.
Okay, so Tommy Jane is the one where they can get your phone number.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to grab my phone so I can take some photos. Give you a case number, okay? Cool.
Ay. Oh boy. That's busy tonight. It's real busy tonight. The police are in my hi Hidalgo. they 911 pranked me earlier. He's coming to take a report, take some pictures of the guys that are better trying to terrorize me in my text. That's just nuts. That's just totally nuts. They want, yeah. He's still got to take pictures. Well, whoever it was, Sneasel has expressed his dislike for what they did. I'm sure one of them is here by now. It's just so crazy what these people think about me when the reality is so different. I'm not dying of COPD. Yeah, I'm a stoner, and yeah, I'm sloppy, but is he back? Yes, I see a flashlight out there. Yeah, now we have a little bigger audience. See, I do this regularly. When I play music, I try to pedal my stone. Well, I thought I saw a flashlight out there. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna send the bastard a bill. Or actually, I want to get the city to do it. I don't know. There's a 99.9% chance that this report will go straight into the circular file with the rest of them. And will never be dredged up again until I get into a courtroom and demand it. But yeah, the captain told me it was about $3,000 to send what they sent tonight. They're all milling around looking for the fire, asking where what's your address? 160. Oh, you're 160. Well, I got a court. No, I haven't filed anything. Eventually, I'll go in, and if the police refuse to act, I don't know. I might have posted the one about if they refuse to act on this and they refuse to meet with me at all, then I have to. And I don't know how long it'll take me to do it, but I have to do it. And I'll get in there and drop a bunch of motions on them, and a short brief of what's going on, and go from there. One of the motions will be for appointment of counsel, because I know damn well I ain't going to go anywhere unless I have a lawyer. And I'm going to be looking for class status, and I'll have plenty of affidavits from people who are going to want to have their say so. I've got, I should be able to lean on the mama bears for one, for sure. I'm coming. Let's start at the top, huh?
So this is gonna be the case.
Eduardo, no. Edgar, no. Elicio. Okay, I give up.
So this is just one of the.
That's just one. Yeah, what they do is, about DOYP.
So this is this one.
Yeah. About DOYP. Man, that's what it is. Bless the moves. It's voice over IP. It's an internet call. It's a temporary assignment of choice.
These four.
Yeah. Yeah. They call me a computer and Google things and I'm going for that call. Of course, Google should be able to. No, that's human rights campaign. You're trying to drive me mad, don't kill myself. Or get, go off the rails and have you guys call me in for being nuts, is what you're after. Gaslighting, you know what that is?
So,
Man,
that's all.
how long have you been on the job, Holmes?
I'm sorry, you call me Holmes.
Sir? I'm all rude old hippie, dude, and I get real casual with the gentlemen in uniform, and if they can't take it, I get nervous and leave. I'm not first name basis for downtown guys. Because Sergeant Hearn, he was on the street, he used to pull me over and hand me the paper. Yeah. Tucson loves its coolers and authorities. You probably don't want to have that. Yeah, not, they're only the threatening ones. There's a lot of legitimate stuff in there. And you probably don't have to go too far down because they got a lot of them last week. So anything older than about 8 days, I'm going to
All right, leave them on.
thank you very much.
So, like I said, everything will be documented.
All right. It's been documented. There's a shit ton of these guys. Thanks. You're right. That's where we started. It's quite 4 years since going on. 2 different addresses. Started with Lieutenant Scott. And I know from the beginning, you guys do not have the manpower, you don't have the jurisdiction, and you don't have a computer team. Nothing you can do but this. But it was supposed to have been reported to the FBI by now. That's the problem. This is happening to people all over the country in Afghanistan. That's what's up. It's not just me. Thank you.
All right, anything else I can do for you, man?
50-pound bag of $5 bills, or send a guy that looks like you that has a vagina. It's real horny.
Send it up, please.
It's a happy day, man. Stay safe. Oh boy. Boy, you should see him tense up when I called him homie. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, whole life. What a crazy life I lead. I saw, I can't hardly wait to find out what it was I did, what I did to earn this this trip. Hey, Donald. I haven't. I haven't. There was just that one moment, and there was just that one moment where I was. They called it a classic chimp out. Uh, they called it a classic chimp out when I come back after I figure out what's going on and talk to the captain and just raged at the raged at these animals. They're lucky they weren't in the room with me. I'd have broken their fucking neck with my one hand. I was that mad. I just and I was real thankful that it wasn't. They didn't call in a hostage situation. That's what they usually do when they 9/11 prank people. They don't fuck around. They say he's got a hostage in there and a bunch of guns. I sort of got 9/11 pranked by a coke whore in 2010 that I locked out of a trailer, but I don't want to tell that story right now. I think I better play some piano. Oh, they aren't gonna do jack shit. That's gonna go in a garbage can. Of course, now that they like involved the fire department, the cops really should be doing something. So yeah, I'm not. That was one of those Zen what moments. I really wasn't getting into it. And I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is going nowhere. Stop. Oh, okay, sure. I'll come over to Discord. I couldn't find it earlier when I went to. I'm about wore out. I'm working on a bowl of keef and hash. I scraped out out of my grinder, but I want to see what you guys have on these guys. I want to see. Somebody had docs on Sneasel calling him a college professor. I want to see that shit, and I want to see what Don't play with me about the investor. Sneasel's telling here. Yeah. Are any of you at Facebook? Because I just posted the whole pile of shit that Sneasel told me at Facebook. I unblocked him momentarily. It's I blocked him momentarily unblocked him at Discord. But yeah, I'll be over there, and you're probably gonna have to like say something to me for me to be able to find the server. Yeah, it's after midnight and I'm tired. But I really shouldn't go to bed because I slept too much today. I should have done that. Well, I don't know. I was feeling like shit last night, and I laid down early, like real early, thinking I was just going to take a nap, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. When I got up, I was like, nah, fuck it, and went back to sleep, and didn't get up until 3. So then I was puttering around from 3 until after dawn, about 8:30. I'm thinking, I feel like shit. I'm going back to bed again. I'll get up again when it's time to go work. Which I did, and I got up when it was time to go work, and I was still feeling like shit, but I was broke, so I still went out and worked. But I'm really enjoying my life right at the moment. It'd be nice if I get laid. That's about the only. Okay, a lover and a lawyer. Lover, business partner, and lawyer. That's all it's missing. Okay, I see you guys. No problem. Okay, Hypo's here. Unmute that. Can you hear me yet in there? What the fuck is this with Bird of Prey? Was he in this group? Ha 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 ha. Donald J. Trump for president. Together we were rebuilding. You what an idiot. What an idiot. You know, has anybody following this story about what I don't even know why what I don't know what he has in mind for Greenland, but you know, and he asked the Danish prime minister to do something she couldn't do. They granted Greenland its independence in 1979. It hasn't been theirs to sell for 40 years. And then he gets pissed. You know, she was being polite. What the fuck? Is he in here? Okay, is this it? Like, Joe, is that? You can't be serious. Or a dumbass. Well, okay, so hi folks, I'm in there now. Let's see, where's the, do I have to do anything to get in the voice channel? My thing is unmuted. Do I need to, what, no, that's a create channel. We don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, here we are. Who's giggling?
Well, hello, Tommy.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh,
Hey, Tommy.
hello. It's going. It was actually going pretty good most of the night.
The stream seems pretty calm.
Huh? Yeah, I was all up until the time they fucking pranked me. And I actually took that pretty well, and I just came and blew off some steam real quick at the end there. But I went outside and jumped. I have a thing I can stand on and look over my fence. There's all these fire trucks out there, and the guy comes out of the pumper in front of my house. He says, "Where's 160?" I said, "This is it." And is your house? No, you were pranked. And then I talked to the captain and came inside and yelled at the assholes because, like, seriously. If one of them ever walks up to me and introduces themselves, no matter what their energy is, I'm likely to hurt them. And I'll never see it coming. I'll just do it. I just can't believe the depth of their psychosis. No, you should see the shit that Sneasel said tonight. I unblocked him for a minute.
What happened?
What? They called in a
Well,
house
Sneasel
fire
said-
at my house. I was streaming, and somebody called 911 and said this place was on fire. There were three pumper trucks, a ladder, an ambulance, and a command vehicle out there.
What did Sneasel say?
That was garbled.
He said, what did Sneasel say?
Oh, well, here, let me go get it for you. Oh, twat.
What happened with the fire department?
Nothing. They determined that it was a false alarm and packed up and left. Which is what usually happens when they show up somewhere and there's nothing burning.
Bless you.
So let me find this crap from the Sneasel. Do any of you have this information about him being a college professor? Do any of you have this information about him being a college professor? I better take a check.
I have not.
I don't remember where it came from. It was somebody talking to me in the stream, and I don't remember what I did with it.
Okay.
But this guy sent me like the name and phone numbers, address, all chacho, email and everything. But I never checked it out, and I didn't keep track of it.
So what were you typing in chat?
I don't know. I type all sorts of things. Oh, I was typing it at my.
I don't know.
Tommy, we haven't really had much time to look into Sneasel because we've been following up on the money trails that Doe has.
Well, that was one of the things he said. He said that it only costs $2,000 a month to run, or $2,000 a year to run that. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But he's claiming it doesn't cost much. That it's mostly small donors, and here you'll see it. I get it for you.
Not according to our information, it's much larger donor space than Israel.
I'm sorry, that didn't come through clearly.
I said, not according to our information, apparently it's lots of donor space in Israel.
Well, even if they are, it's an insignificant amount of money according to
What
Sneasel.
are you talking about Greenland for in the chat? Come on now, tell me.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. You're gonna have to speak up, sister.
What were you talking about Greenland in the chat for?
Oh, I don't know. There, if you look above, there's a guy called Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey 5. He posted a fucking campaign video on Trump. There's this up a little bit Tuesday morning at 3 in the morning. He posted a campaign video for Trump. For Trump, that's what I was responding to.
Oh, well, I had no indication it was that person.
Yeah, it's up there's a little way from Tuesdays. That's from Tuesday. I haven't been here since then. There hasn't been much going on here at all since then.
They are here, so hello.
I'm sorry, I just am not hearing you, sister. You gotta speak up and slowly.
Now you're here, so hello.
Who said hello? Am I okay? Oh, hi, Molly. Yeah, I'm fine. The cops just left. I scraped a whole mess of keef and hash off my off my grinder. I didn't even smoke all of it. I only had a few puffs. I still got plenty of it. I still even have another joint's worth in the tray. Oh, it's been crazy, Top Dad, but it's mostly been good. I'm waiting for a video to upload so you can see it. Just the most amazing thing happened at that meeting tonight. It was just so fucking beautiful.
What happened?
Well, the meeting is Tucson School Board, TUSD School Board, hearing on a opt-in curriculum for a new LGBTQIA inclusive family life program. And the traditional family people were like going nuts over last week, and it was real ugly in there. And the chairman had to stop it several times to admonish the speakers, and a bunch of queer families with queer kids had to leave because kids were too scared. And this week, I didn't know it was going to go down. They were all there, and last week the opponents were all there in white. So this week all the queer families were there in white, but they had like slogans on their shirts. And they had the local state senator speak first because he had other appointments, and then the first person to speak was the mother of a trans child, and she says she wanted to make it perfectly clear to the board that here, let me read it to you. This is just the most amazing act of civil disobedience I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them, but this was just fucking beautiful. It was just so high, and she led. Here, let me find it. With these words, she led 3/4 of the audience out of the room. She said, "The validity and existence of the gender identity and sexuality of our children is not up for debate," and asked everybody to walk out with her, and 3/4 of the room did. It was just amazing. Here's the video. I'll give it to you guys. I'll give you the.
That's the bravest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It was just fucking magnificent, and that it's uploading. I hope I got it. I don't know. I don't know. I was holding my camera, so it wasn't looking at me when I was speaking. I hope I got it. I want to see. When I spoke, I was talking about the life expectancy of transgender people only being 35 years old, and here I was going on my 65th birthday, and all that bust out cheering. I mean, seriously cheering for me. And then toward the end, I was talking about
60 what? Hey,
65.
60 what?
65. I'm gonna be 65 on November 3rd.
Oh, okay.
And
Happy early birthday.
oh, thank you. They busted out cheering, and then the last part of what I said was talking about the advances for the transgender community that occurred under the Obama administration, and how we can't go back. And when I was finished, the kids started chanting, "We won't go back. We won't go back." And it was just amazing. It was just fucking amazing. The director of the pediatric program for transgender kids at El Rio gave me a ride home. It started to rain, and it was like either go back inside and sit through that shit or hop a ride with Drew, and I did that. Came home and
I have a question.
Huh?
I have a question.
Fire.
Do you think that kids should be allowed to transition physically, or do they have to wait till they're adults?
The way things are working out is that they're only socially transitioned until they hit Tanner stage 2 puberty, which is usually around 11.
So what would be the minimum age in your opinion?
Well, I think the kids should be socially transitioned immediately if they want. If they say that they're girls, and they should be let to be girls. But that's only social transition, and they found that when they do that, the kids don't need so much psych drugs. Just let the kids be themselves for the first, like until they're about 11 or 12. There's no chemical intervention, and then they use a hormone puberty blocker. But what Drew was saying to me, they don't like the cross-sex hormones being administered before 16. But he's saying he's letting them go as low as 12 with low doses, just so they go into puberty together with their cisgender classmates. He said them, you know, if you delay the puberty too much, then they get bullied for that. And they don't.
Do you think they should?
Huh?
Do you think they should segregate them?
Absolutely not.
Because the way you said that they went into the classroom with their cisgender, I thought.
Absolutely not.
Getting at.
The way that people are in this town is nobody cares what's below my belly button. It's not an issue in terms of whether they're going to relate to me as a male or a female. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You know, all this stuff about bathrooms and all that other shit is horse shit, because we're talking about the child's gender identity, the nature of their personality. Has nothing to do with their sexuality. And, you know, I know exactly, you know, people are always asking, well, when did you know? He says, well, I know the exact hour and day that it went down. It was like 3 p.m. when my mother dragged me out to the barber shop for my first buzz cut, the day before my sister's first birthday party. Up until that moment, I had no idea I wasn't supposed to be a girl. I thought I was going to get my hair cut. But it took them several weeks to shut me up from the crying. But they did. And it wasn't very long before I shut up completely because I didn't want to get hit for it. And that's what happened to everybody in my generation. Very few kids in my generation, or even the Gen Xers. This didn't start until about 1995, when the doctors recognized that the pediatricians saw they were losing the kids to conversion therapy. And all they did was say, look, just let that child be themselves. They're not recruiting. They're not inhibiting. They're letting the child be themselves and counseling them as parents. And that's real important to understand, because there's all these lies going on out there about what's really going on. And what's really going on is there's no more transgender people now than there ever were. It's just safer for us to be this way. And the doctors recognize that the children need help. Okay? That's where that's at. Did I lose everybody? I put you to sleep?
No, it's just 2 a.m. where I am.
Uh-huh. Well, it's 12:37 here. Hi, Bro Blaster.
Hey.
2.
Oh, no, I had no idea. That's not my job. That's what the cop was here for a little while ago before you showed up. Someone asked in the chatter what if I knew who called in the fire hoax. I know that
What were the cops called in for?
house fire. They called the fire department. Said the place was on fire.
What did you say?
The prank was to call in a house fire. They didn't call the cops. They called the fire department. They called the fire department.
The police just came with the fire department?
No. I don't think the police came the first time. The police came to take my report. I had while this was going on, I was getting terrorized on my phone and text. So he came to take pictures of that. It's just so crazy. The whole thing is crazy. It's just a bunch of children living in a video game world. They present no real threat, and it's best to just ignore it completely. But it's kind of hard to ignore when they're sending the fire department and pizzas and shit to your door, and coming on your screen and saying all sorts of shit in your stream, or constantly like reporting you to Facebook for petty shit and getting you locked down. They got my I can't even have an account at Twitter, Quora, a couple of places they've gotten me. They've been getting in before Kiwi farmers got in on that. The AM beasts were getting me run out of places, throwing me there and getting me kicked out. I was sick and fucking tired of it, really. because it's cost me a fortune in just like not being able to do my business. I got some of the best trained ears on the planet, baby. That's in the 80s and 90s, me and the dogs were kind of like perimeter sentries for big public gatherings. I've been training my ears for my whole life. I've been training my ears. But thank you for the compliment. I just heard them and I was talking about it, and it's like, oh, they're right outside my door. Oh, what a life! What a life! And I really appreciate all the friends and fans I got out there. I just wish I could see more of you in person because I really need more hugs. Hi. Yeah, and I can't, hugging yourself just is not where it's not doesn't no. It don't work. It's just not worth it. My mom used to sing a song to us. Well, how to go? I love myself. I think I'm grand. I go to the movie and I hold my hand. I slap my face when I get fresh. I forget the rest. No, I wasn't. That's why I put on the shirt. And now I'm taking this off. I'm starting to sweat. Sneasel's like, oh, and don't go on with that bra again. That body. Yeah, I know I'm fat. So what? Big deal. And I ain't even that fat. I got about 30 extra pounds on my belly, and that's it. You see double chins?
Hey, Tommy.
Yes.
Have you ever heard a song called Windmills of Your Mind?
A song called
Has anyone ever told you that you look like a slightly older than Bill Murray? Bill Murray? Like,
no, never Bill Murray.
Like a strange thing to say, but
never Bill Murray.
I don't know. Like when you wear that hat, you kind of make me think of Bill Murray from Caddyshack.
Okay. The hat is a Bill Murray, and I will cop to a whole lot of influence in my life from the Second City Players. I saw them guys on the stage when they were just kids. I saw Alan Arkin and Mike Nichols and Elaine May in 1963. You guys probably, some of you probably don't even know the name. Any of those names?
No, I actually don't.
Yeah, those were famous. Second City Playhouse, the Second City Theater is downtown or Chicago Old Town on Wells Street, and the improvisational comedy pretty much started there. And
right.
Okay. Yeah, and I graduated high school in 1973. And John Belushi and those guys were like a year or two ahead of me. So while we're like,
are you trained in
pardon me?
Comedy?
I've been on stage all my life, mostly singing and playing a musical instrument. I mean, I'm kind of like an MC, I don't do a whole stand-up routine. I'll introduce people and shit and be funny, that kind of thing.
Can you sing?
Can I sing? My family, Can I? Do you want me to?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll even give you the one real one that I know, like, that I can do off the top of my head and be impressive.
All right.
Who can I turn to when nobody needs me? My heart wants to know, and so I must go where destiny leads me. With no star to guide me, and no one beside me, I'll go on my way, and after the day, the darkness will hide me. Oh, I fucked up. I went the wrong direction on that. But maybe tomorrow I'll find what I'm after. I'll throw off my sorrow, beg, steal, or borrow my share of laughter. With you by my side, dear, I'll never get up there. No way I'm going to get all the way up there. Anyway, yes, I almost sing.
Nice. Hey, you want to harmonize the Sound of Silence with me? Because why not?
Yeah, I could go there. Let me get the lyrics up because I don't know them off the top of my head.
Alrighty.
Have I ever seen a documentary called The
Tony,
Cockettes?
is there any chance we can try to get Discord admin for me again? Because there's a Discord bot we could add that allows music to be played in the chat.
Say what now?
So you could put on your own songs and sing along.
All I know is
Yeah, we
if
could
I
have,
play any,
karaoke stream.
if I do it, I don't know how to get away with it with YouTube. I get copyright strikes all the time. So far, it hasn't been an actual strike. It's like, okay, these guys want their money if you start making money off it, kind of a thing. So you're not in trouble over this, but they're gonna get their money or so. I don't know. I don't even need Wi-Fi anymore. My phone runs on pure self-righteousness. Oh no, I don't. It's I have. This is keeping hash from out of my grinder. Do you know this one?
Sorry,
It's
I'm
a,
joking with you.
oh, right on. Do you know this one? It's a still life watercolor on a now late afternoon.
I do not.
That's like Dangling Conversation, I think it's called. Now we sit and drink our coffee, couched in our indifference, like shells upon a shore. You can hear the ocean roar. That one.
Alright,
You know that one?
say the title again. No, I do not.
That's one of theirs that I like a lot. Boxer is my favorite.
Alright, keep in mind, I'm like a quarter your age.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna know a lot of stuff.
That's okay. I'm happy to, like, just slow me down. I'm happy to share it.
Yeah,
It's
what's it called?
it's very
What's the title of
well. It really means a lot to me to have like people of generations behind me wanting to know what I know. That really does mean a lot to me.
What's the title of the song?
What's the what?
Title of the song.
I didn't understand that at all. Title of the song.
What?
The one that I was
She wants to
singing
know
is
what the title of the song is. That's it.
the one that I was just singing is called Dangling Conversation. And the one that I like the best is called The Boxer. And I'm looking for Sounds of Silence, so I have the lyrics in front of me and we can sing that.
Alright. I know that one by heart.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I know most of it, but I want to make sure, especially if you really know the song.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I've got it. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sounds of silence. In restless dreams I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. I need an accompaniment. I'm not able to keep up the tune. I'm sorry. I need to hear the music.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Can you play it on the recorder?
No, not right off the top of my head. I don't know that one. This is a cool tune. I can't. It's too late for the recorder. I have the piano turned down low. I can get away with that. The recorder vibrates upstairs, so I can't do it. There's someone who's not well upstairs, and brand new neighbors next door. So she's got a kid that goes to school early in the morning. So I got to keep it quiet now. Okay, who was that? This thing makes all these different noises, and I can't ever figure out where shit is by the noise. Okay, it wasn't there. And it wasn't at Facebook. Nobody's flashing at me. I need to shut some of this shit down. I have 3 pieces that I've been writing since 2 days ago that just aren't getting anywhere. Just because I'm not getting to them. I mean, none of them probably take me more than a half hour to finish if I ever was able to get back to them. But this is too much shit open, too confusing. Goodbye, you're closed. That's the extra one. Oh, this. Do we have? Is there any interest in the observation? This is a way cool. Who's like really interested in transgender transition, medical transition? This is an amazing story. I'll put it in the. This was a TED talk given by Valentine de Heen, who is a Dutch post-op high fashion model. And she gave a TED talk called "Why Did I Choose?" And
using her as a reference point, but there we are.
Hello. Turn off. Thank you. She lovely talk explaining, her own transgender experience, why she chose to get, she told her mother when she was real young that she was going to cut her penis off eventually. And she did, but they don't cut it off. They just kind of turn it inside out. And her description of the unveiling is hilarious. I mean, the whole talk is very amusing. She, this is what I've been telling people about why, how transgender people got to where we are today. It is people like Valentine who are able to, be very witty, but at the same time be able to deliver the facts about the transgender condition and the transgender experience in a way that people can understand it and relate to. It's a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful talk she gave here, and hilarious. Her first impression of her new coochie, oh boy.
How is it that you think transgenders got along in the Stone Age, like before fashion?
I don't know about the Stone Age, but there's a number of anthropologists who've looked at it. And it basically went one of 2 ways in ancient society. Either, apparently there wasn't such a huge emphasis on being married to somebody. That's a recent phenomenon that seems to accompany the rise of European settler colonialism, where the breeding population was separated for long periods of time because of foreign military exploits. So they had to keep control of things, and I think that's how the binary evolved. This is my own personal feeling about what I'm seeing in history as I read it and try to find, just try to suss out what happened, because this is no doubt the first happy generation of transgender people in the history of Western civilization. That is no shit. That is a true fact. You cannot show me a population of happy transgender people anywhere in the European settler colonial world, except in the survivors of the gender nonconforming people of the indigenous cultures that they were occupying, like here, the Two-Spirit, or in the Philippines, the Lady Boys and the New Haps out there. We are a part. We're a natural thing that happens. They think they say that intersex should be born with an intersex body variation, and that's really all intersex is their genitals aren't quite typical. There's something different about them, and there's all kind of different shit that happens. And then with gender identity, there's no such thing as an all male or all female brain, but there are parts of the brain that are definitely associated with gendered behavior. And so it's like a mosaic that comes together in a person. Nobody's like 100% male or 100% female. Everybody's got like male and female aspects to their being that are either in balance or they're not. And the more they're out of balance, the more gender bent the person is. And if they're really fucked up, they have to get their stuff modified just so that they can live with themselves.
So way back in the Stone Age, do you think it would be accurate that most of the transgendered cavemen were depressed because they had no outlet?
Well, I don't know, because I really don't know. I wouldn't want to speculate on that. I think that in most indigenous cultures, the gender nonconforming people were just not, they were either just tolerated and ignored, or they were elevated to high positions. It wasn't until there were like, feudal kind of shit, is when the transgender, feudal and imperial countries, societies, those are the ones that fucked with the transgender people. Indigenous societies either tolerated them, ignored them, or elevated them to high positions. I think.
All right, well, thank you for your thoughts, Tommy. I think I'm going to get off here. Thank you for letting me on your screen.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I think I'm going to bail out too. I'm going to go back to the to my stream and kind of wrap up there. There's some friends that are over there, and you guys take it easy. See you next time.
All right. Have a good one, Tommy.
Happy day.
It's a pleasure.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's just mute me. Catch you later. I don't want to hear it either, in case there's somebody I don't like. Okay, now I'm back to the chatter here. Who's here? Molly's still here. Make a note to call you tomorrow. I'm here. I'm back. You're dancing to emotions. My Samantha sang and Bee Gees. I'm here. I'm back. I'm gonna go to bed. I think is what I'm gonna do. It's getting late. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I got some things I was writing. I probably should finish the ones that are finishable, so I can post those. And thanks you all for coming and rock and roll. Let me see if this is uploaded yet. Oh yay! No, that's not it. Fuck! I've still got an hour and a half to go. Shit, I give up. But yeah, I'll just anytime you feel like talking, don't be shy. I love it when my phone rings and there's somebody friendly on the other end. And Top Dad, if you're still here, Bro Blaster, anybody else, there's folks here. Thanks. I'm tired. Happy day. Thanks for coming. Bye.